And now the Asian sensation segment.
Sweeping the NBA is the newest...
Why is he got to be sweeping? Because he's an Asian janitor? You're trying to say all Asians should be...
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying his momentum has definitely brought him up to another stratosphere of celebrity. Much like Tim Tebow did this past year, Lin seems to be the new Tim Tebow of the NBA.
Not religious, I hope.
No,
okay, good.
I think he worships China. He worships the state. Probably is my guess.
His god is communism.
Yes, or is yeah. So
I'll say tongue is his idol.
In the past 5 games, he scored 20 points, 38 points, 23 points, 28 points, and 25 points.
I'm doing a quick math right now. That averages out to 89 points a game. So he's
probably about 29, 28 points a game.
Lighting it up.
It's not too bad. Against the Lakers, he scored 38. He kind of showed up Kobe. And that was kind of the big matchup going into that game was Lin versus Kobe. And it seems like Lin may have gotten the better of the matchup. They were playing him real tough, though.
What does this guy play? I just see highlights. What position?
He's a point guard.
Okay, so that's why I just saw the headline. Melo, Carmelo Anthony comes out and goes, I can coexist with...
Yeah, that's a lot of the controversy. Is Carmelo going to be able to coexist, right? Yeah, because I say Carmelo said he can.
If he can't, sorry, guess who we're winning games with, buddy, and guess who we're not winning games with.
Well, Carmelo's been injured, I guess, the past few weeks.
Right, and that's why they started winning games. They had a terrible record. The Knicks were losing with Melo, Amari Stoudemire, and Tyson Chandler. The big three. All of a sudden...
You know, they brought in Baron Davis at the beginning of the year, and he got injured, so they were kind of searching for a point guard. And Lin became that guy. He was in Golden State last year. He had a swing through Dallas also, but nobody really saw Lin's greatness and passed up on him. And he wound up with the Knicks in a desperate situation and has made the best of it. Do you think you ever made the best of a desperate situation? Do you think that's ever happened in your life? Yeah. Like this show right now, right? This is probably the worst of a desperate situation, though. Oh,
you don't think it's good for me just to be sitting here reading the chat? While you're going off on...
Is Dr. Explorer enthralled you again?
I don't think you want to see what he's saying about you. It's not good.
You know, I've read the worst, and...
I keep seeing Lin highlights, you know, every day I check out ESPN, you know, and constantly it's Lin... What is it? Linsanity. Lin lifts the Knicks again. The only reason I don't want the Knicks to succeed, I like this Lin, I like the story. I'm happy to see somebody...
Went to Harvard, kind of made his own way.
Lighting things up. Does he speak English?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was born in America. His dad was from China.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But the only reason I wish death upon the Knicks is because Tyson Chandler left the Mavs, so I'm not too interested in seeing them do well. So although I'm happy for Lin, I don't like that the Knicks are coasting along with his help. I do like that he's doing it without Melo and without
There's a good story there.
All the superstars.
Would you rather have Lin or David West here in Dallas? Would you wish the Mavericks would have kept on hold of him, or do you think David West is doing pretty well? Or
who the hell's David West?
Dominique. Who's the point guard for the Mavericks?
Delonte West.
Delonte West. I'm sorry. Yeah.
He's doing fine.
Would you rather have Lin or?
So did we say we already have a David Lin? What's his name?
Jeremy Lin.
That we have a Jeremy Lin lookalike. Who's our guy? Yin.
So you're saying all Asians look alike? Is that what you're saying? Seems kind of like what you're saying. He is like 3 feet taller than Jeremy.
I would agree that it's kind of like what I'm saying, but it's not quite.
Okay.
I'm saying those two guys definitely look alike.
Yeah. It seems like the Asian is definitely making a push this year in the NBA. There's several teams with giant Asians on their squad. You know, the Rangers signed an Asian this past offseason. Yeah.
Asians are hot right now.
Yeah.
They're what's in.
So do you think? I talked to you earlier about that the Mavericks game with Dirk hitting the game-winning shot. Were you impressed with Dirk? You think Dirk's back? Are the Mavericks back or?
Mavericks are just fine.
Yeah.
Dirk is still in big trouble. They gave him the game-winning shot in regulation. He missed it. They gave him the game-winning shot in first overtime, and he missed it. And by the grace of communist Jeremy Lin God, he won the game for him finally. But it's funny. I was screaming at the end of for the first overtime, give the ball to Jason Terry.
Terry may have been a better
who was lighting it up, and they gave it right back to Dirk, and
Yeah.
of course he clunkered it.
Yeah.
And I was still screaming,
Yeah.
why did they give it to Dirk? And I'm listening to the radio today, and come to find out, Terry on the sideline was talking shit, not shit, but he was telling Carlisle, give me the ball, not Dirk. I want to take that shot, this and that, and by God, that's exactly what that was my feeling.
Terry is pretty clutch, but Dirk obviously has a high advantage on anyone he's playing, and he showed it against Aldridge in the final seconds of the double overtime. So I think Dirk, is back. I think the Mavericks seem to be okay.
Dirk will be fine. The Mavs are good. Dirk will be fine. Jeremy Lin, flash in the pan or here to stay?
Here to stay.
I'm calling a flash in the pan.
Yeah.